DJI have just announced a Mavic 3 Classic and it looks absolutely game changing. We're going to go through the actual specs here to actually see if it's worth the actual buy or not, but personally already I actually think it looks really good and I actually think it's worth the money. But let's jump straight into the actual specs of this drone anyway, just so you can actually determine whether you think this is a worthy upgrade or not. So we're at the actual DJI store at the minute, and here it is, the DJI Mavic 3 Classic. And if we actually scroll down, so here are some of the specs and we'll go into more detail later as well. So it's got a micro 4/3 CMOS Hasselblad camera, which is still the same from the Mavic 3 and also the Mavic 3 Cine. I think the only difference here is that this only has the one lens, and whereas the Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Cine has that telephoto lens as well. So you're not getting that telephoto lens in this drone, which is obviously the reason why it's coming in a lot cheaper than the other two drones. And then it says it can shoot 5.1K video. It's got a 46-minute max flight time, omnidirectional obstacle sensing, 15 kilometers HD video transmission, which is absolutely ridiculous because 15 kilometers to fly a drone is absolutely ridiculous and so far. So if you actually are getting to 15 kilometers and you actually still somehow can come home with a 46-minute flight time, then fair play to you. And it's got advanced return to home as well. And if we actually scroll down, here's the DJI Mavic 3 Classic itself. It looks absolutely amazing. I think it looks so nice. If we actually scroll down and talk about, this is the new Hasselblad camera as well, or the same Hasselblad camera. And then it's got a 20 megapixel sensor to actually shoot photos. Now I'm not sure if this is raw or not, but it'd be really good if it was raw. I'd imagine it would be. So there you go, but it could actually say raw as well. But then it's got 12-bit raw color depth as well. It's got 12.8 stops of native dynamic range, an variable aperture of f2.8 to f11, and an equivalent focal length of 24 millimeters, and also vision detection autofocus technology. And I'm not entirely sure what that actually is, to be fair, but it's in here, so. And if we scroll down a little bit more, this is I think where we talk about some of the actual video features. So here we go, you've got 5.1K up to 50 frames per second, so you've got some really nice slow-mo as well in 5.1K. So if you are after that slow-mo, you do have really nice slow-mo in them really high quality video features as well. And if you actually scroll down, you've got 4K 120 as well, so 120 frames super slow motion in that gorgeous 4K. So you're getting some really amazing video features here with this drone. And it's got the thing that everyone really wants, well I want anyway, hopefully in them modes you can shoot it at 10-bit, and it's also in D-Log as well. So you can shoot 4K 120 in 5.1K 60 in 10-bit D-Log. That would be amazing, and I think that would be absolutely game changing, because that's the one thing I would love in my Mini 2 drone, which is obviously I'm not going to get because it's such a budget mini drone, is 10-bit and D-Log. I would love them two things in my drone, and unfortunately I haven't, because obviously you got to pay for that. And if this drone can do 5.1K 50 frames per second in that would be amazing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it couldn't, to be fair, because you don't want to get every amazing feature, like obviously for this price when they've got their other drones like the Mavic 3 Cine to sell. But 10-bit D-Log, absolutely amazing. That's the one thing that's going to be like game changing for this drone. HLG, which is higher dynamic range, which is obviously everyone wants better dynamic range. And then also it's got night shots, so it can actually reduce noise for cleaner shots in scenarios such as sunsets and sunrises. And then here we talk about the more flight time, so it's got 40 minutes hovering time and 46 minutes flight time. And if we actually scroll down, it's got a simplified flight, and this is where we talk about the omnidirectional obstacle sensing. So as you can see, it's got a horizontal omnidirectional vision system, a downward one as well, and then on the back it's got an upward and also horizontal again, just so it's absolutely everywhere and you're not actually crashing. Because recently I actually crashed my Mini 2 drone in the Cobbler Stadium and it actually took quite a beating. Fortunately, it still works and it's absolutely fine. I think it just basically some cosmetic damage. But if I had one of these drones, wouldn't have mattered, because as soon as it starts to go into something, it just stops yourself and moves. So that's one thing you don't have to really worry about with this drone, is actually crashing it. As you can see, like extreme precision. If it goes into that tree, it moves to the left. So it's also got advanced return to home, so it determines the optimal route back to its home point and executes it quickly, which is what everyone wants, especially when your remote goes out of charge, which when it really shouldn't, or even if your phone does, if you've got that and you've not got the new remote, then obviously it's going to be like that. Cruise control as well, which is control the Mavic 3 Classic to fly in any direction without having to continually press the control sticks. not only makes a long distance flight more effortless, but also helps reduce shakes during manual control. I actually really like this feature because sometimes you could actually jar your movement. Like if you actually point down, it could quickly do a point down, or camera could move or something like that. So cruise control sounds really nice to get them really nice smooth shots. For a powerful video transmission as well, so it's got on your sync 3 plus transmission and beyond, up to 15 kilometers, which we just spoke about. And it's also got a live feed of 60 frames per second at 1080p, which is absolutely amazing to be fair, to actually see what you're actually doing in super really high definition 1080p. And then here are some useful features for creation, so for some content creators. So it's got active track 5.0, so you can track yourself. I'm not sure if we actually watch this back. So you can track yourself, you can start driving. If you're a creator and you're doing a vlog or something, you can get your drone to track yourself, and it's 5.0 as well, so it's the new and the best one. You've got master shots, which is with automatic shooting and editing to create cinematic footage, which is really cool. So it will get so many different shots. So it will get like a top down shot, a wide shot, a forward shot, pushing shot, loads of different shots, and edit them together, ready for you to post, I think. So that's actually pretty cool. You've got quick shots as well, so it will actually do loads of different ones, like a circle, a helix, get so many different shots for you. You don't have to do anything. It's got hyperlapse, that's really cool. So you can get obviously hyperlapses of the actual time passing, that's nice. And then you've got a panorama mode to get some really nice wide angle shots as well of the actual landscape you are. And high speed quick transfer, so photos and videos can be transferred quickly to a smartphone for editing and sharing, which is obviously what everyone wants in this day and age. You've got to get upload quick, you've got to upload to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, everything really quick. So the fact that you can get that onto your phone very quickly is really nice. Even though if I had that, I probably won't use that because I prefer to use the SD card, go into my laptop and then edit it that way. But for you guys who are quick on the travel, don't have much time, there you go, you can transfer it over to your phone. And now we actually got onto the accessories, so we'll actually see the actual pricing of the DJI Mavic 3 Classic now. So the Classic itself is £1,400 for the actual drone with the normal controller. So that's how much it is, £1,400, which is, compared to the Mavic 3, I think that's about £1,700 odd. So that's a really nice price point, especially if you've already got them batteries. But if not, obviously it's a bit of a shame. But 46 minutes is long anyway. But £1,400 for all them features, I think it's ridiculous. Like, that is such a good price point. Obviously it's really expensive, and obviously you've got to have the budget to actually justify that price. But for what you're actually getting, 4K 120, 10-pit D-Log, all of this 46-minute flight time, for that price, I think you can't go wrong, especially about £400 more than the Air 2S. I think this drone is absolutely amazing. And then it's £1,529 for that brand new RC controller. So £129 for that, and I think that's really nice, and I think that'll be worth it as well. And oh no, sorry, that's for that. For the drone only, it's £1,309. That's with the actual controller, you know, the original DJI controller that probably many of you have already if you've got a drone. But if you've already got a drone like that, you can just go for the drone only for about £1,309, so even better value. And then this is where as well the batteries itself, that's £179 for one battery, or you can get the DJI Mavic 3 Fly More kit, which comes with, it looks like a bag. It comes with 2 batteries, a charging station, and also some extra propellers as well. So if you've got the budget, then you want the 3 batteries to make sure you never actually run out of time on a flight, then go for the Fly More kit. But to be fair, £179 for one battery, that's an hour and a half's worth of batteries if you just buy the one battery. And then obviously you don't get the charging kit in the bag as well. I won't use the bag. The charging kit, I just find another way to charge a drone. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you just get the one battery in that, I think for £1,500 for 2 batteries, I think that's a really good deal, to be fair. And I think you'll have some amazing fun with this drone, and also capture some professional footage for actual professional work, and also amazing footage for like YouTube, TikTok and stuff like that if you actually are into that. So what do you actually think of this new DJI Mavic 3 Classic? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think you should just go for the Mavic 3? What do you actually think? Or do you actually think they should have brought out the DJI Air 3 or 3S, whatever that was going to be called? Or do you think this is an absolute game changer for people, and it's actually such a good value for money at that price point? So leave your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to know, will you be picking one up? And anyway, that's the end of the video anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.